It's that time again. It's is this the March book box? I don't know if this is the March or the April book box because it's the end of March. We're gonna go with it. It's the March book box from Junior Library Guild. So let's see what 5 books I got this month. I did already open the box, and as I always say, I did at least approve of these books at some point, but it's been so long that who knows. Sometimes I switch them out. The Buried and the Bound. I feel like I've seen this one. I'm looking and I don't recognize the next ones, but I feel like I have seen this one. It looks fantasy, I'm guessing. Is it? Or is it like horror? So yeah, it looks like this book is fantasy, but set in the real world. It's set in Massachusetts about a hedge witch. There's it says there's a boundary between the human world and fairyland with run-of-the-mill fey mischief that turns into outright aggression. So now there's a magical catastrophe. There's also a male main character as well named Leo, who on his 16th birthday, a dormant curse kicked in and ripped away all his memories and his true love. A year has passed since then. He makes a pact with our main character that he'll provide much needed backup on her nightly patrols. In exchange, she'll help him break this curse. So it says there's devastating sacrifices. There's a mysterious young necromancer that their survival is going to depend on. So, I mean, that actually sounds pretty interesting, and I'll read some reviews, but I mean, I'm definitely at least intrigued. Next, I think is a graphic novel. I'm just going to guess because it looks like a graphic novel because it's like paper. It is Teen Titans Robin. Okay, so is it making a comeback? I don't know, but yes, it is indeed a graphic novel, as you can see. It's kind of pretty. I mean, I kind of like the muted kind of bluish hue colors. Not what I expect, because you would think Robin would be more like reddish hues. But it has Dick Grayson, the original like Robin, apparently. So he's got a brother. I mean, it just sounds like an action-packed, graphic novel Teen Titans series. So, I mean, I'll definitely promote it to my students. I think they will enjoy it. Oh, the next one I recognize. I'm going to cheat and go ahead and go to this one. I've seen this. I watch a lot of videos from Destiny Sidwell. I don't know. She's just fun to watch. But anyway, she talks about this book, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. And I can't remember whether she loved it or hated it. I'm pretty sure she loved it. I've heard of Talia Hibbert, and it's a cute short little romance. Not even quite 300 pages. Get a Life Chloe Brown, like the whole Chloe Brown series. Okay, so that was her like adult romances, I guess, and then this is her young adult romances. So, which I see it's kind of maybe like we have a plus size protagonist, which I am really excited about because I was trying to get more like plus size representation in our books, and I realized that we didn't have that. That was something that we were definitely lacking. It looks like the main character, the boy, suffers from OCD as well. The 2 main characters are going to sign up for a 2-part survival course in the woods. Oh my gosh. I guess they have to be on a team, but then they're going to have, it's going to spark a relationship. It says it's a cheeky, laugh out loud story about a quirky content creator and a clean cut athlete testing their abilities to survive the great outdoors and each other. Oh yeah. So she's like a content creator. So that's kind of interesting because obviously I do that too. So I don't really read romance, but if I heard really good things, maybe I would check it out. The next one I don't think I recognize. I've never seen this. Has anybody ever seen this? My Flawless Life by Yvonne Woon, W-O-O-N. It looks, just from the cover, I don't know, is there a little sci-fi going on in here? It says that this is a gripping thriller about fixing our friends, ourselves, and our complicated past and revealing a story of privilege and identity. It's about set in an elite private school in Washington, D.C. They hire the main character because she's a fixer. She knows who to call, what to say, and how to make sure secrets stay where they belong, buried. She can fix anything except her own life, which was destroyed when her father, who was a senator, was arrested for an accident that left one woman nearly dead. So now her reputation's ruined, her friends are gone. She gets a job from an anonymous client called 3 to follow her former best friend, and she realizes that she might have a way of getting her old life back. But the dangerous thing about digging is that you never know what you'll uncover. As Hannah uncovers the truth about her supposedly flawless classmates, she's forced to face a secret of her own. So, okay, so I guess it's like a mystery thriller. So I'll look at some reviews, but yeah, I've never heard of this one, but it definitely sounds interesting. Hard to believe, but we are already on to our final book, which I recognize. I've seen this on BookTube too, Begin Again by Emma Lord. Oh, author of Tweet Cute. So are we gonna have 2 romances in this one, really? Because I mean, this was a romance too, so I guess we got 2 romance books again, unless this one's more like realistic fiction or something. But it says it's got quick wit, delightful banter, rivals to romance development, rom-com, charming characters, but against a backdrop of real life relatable issues. So yeah, this is not for me. Oh, the author graduated from the University of Virginia with a major in psychology and a minor in how to tilt your computer screen so nobody will notice you updating your fan fiction from the back row. I like that. She was raised on glitter, a whole lot of love, and copious amounts of grilled cheese. Okay, well, if she wrote that, then okay, that actually is pretty funny. She's a digital media editor and writer living in New York City, where she spends her whatever time she isn't either running or belting show tunes in community theater. So there she is. So she's a runner too. So okay, I like her style. So maybe I should give it a chance. What's it actually about? So it's about Andy Rose. She has a plan. She's going to transfer from a community college to the competitive Blue Ridge State, major in psychology, and become an iconic self-help figure despite the nerves that have recently thrown her. All it will take is ruthless organization, hard work, and her trademark unrelenting enthusiasm to pull it together. The moment Andy arrives, her plans go off the rails. Her rocky relationship with her boyfriend Connor only gets more complicated when she discovers he transferred to her community college. Her roommate Shay needs a major, and despite Andy's track record of being the fixer, she's stumped on how to help. And Milo, her grump of an RA with seafoam green eyes, who is disrupting all her ideas about love, one sleep-deprived wisecrack at a time. Okay, I like that it's set in a college because I feel like so many of these little romances are always set in high school. So I obviously am not in high school or college anymore, but I like the older characters. But sometimes when your plans are in a rubble at your feet, you find out what you're made of. And when Andy finds the power of her voice on the school's legendary pirate radio station, interesting, the same one her mom founded years before she passed away, Andy learns that the best laid plans are not necessarily the right ones. Filled with a friend group that feels like family, Andy's empowering journey to find her own way and just a kiss already romance begin again is an unforgettable novel of love and starting again. You know, I don't read much of this kind of book. Ooh, there's a lot of like words per page. It's not like most of these where there's like huge spaces between, you know, the lines and huge margins and stuff. But you know, that actually sounds pretty interesting because I loved the Rainbow Rowell book. What was it called? Fangirl. And this kind of reminds me of that. So maybe because it's mentioned the author also writing fan fiction. It was also set in college, like in a dorm, and there was like a, you know, cute guy that like would visit their dorm and hang out with the roommate. And anyway, so maybe I'll give it a chance because I do think students need to read more books set in college because they can see what college life is going to be like if they plan on going there instead of just like, oh, surprise, here's what college is like, and they're only reading books set in high school. So anyway, maybe I'll give this one a try, but let's look and see which ones I think are the most interesting. I mean, I like the idea that this has a content creator, but I don't know that I would just read a straightforward romance. I like that this is going to have other issues going on besides just romance, so this would be the one I might try. My Flawless Life, maybe. Batman, no. Buried in the Bound, maybe. I mean, there's nothing that are like screaming my name this time from this box, but I could read some reviews and see. But this always helps me when I preview these books. I'm not just doing this just for you guys on BookTube, but that's fun too. But it helps me to know like what types of students I would recommend this to. Now I know these 5 books a little bit. So if a student comes in looking for a certain type of book, I can be like, if they liked Fangirl, I'd give them this or whatever. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.